when I look at this picture is his lapels are wider than they would be if it were taken in America.
Right.
In America in the 1890s, it was a very narrow collar.
Mm-hmm.
So his is a little wider, but they're also short, so that gives me a time frame. The tie under the collar is usually an 1880s look, but he has the curly mustache wax, and that's really not popular until the 90s. So he's in his 30s in this picture.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to know about it? It's in pretty poor shape. Wet.
Yeah. So would you estimate that the photo was taken in the 1890s?
Yeah, early 90s.
Early 90s. And
he's in his 30s.
In his 30s, right. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I estimated, 1860s birth date. I don't have the documentation, but that's the estimate.
Yeah.
And what kind of photograph is this? Because there's different kinds of photographs.
This is a cabinet card photograph, I think.
The original, or at least one of the originals that I've seen, it was very small, actually, like this. It was like this, and then maybe they took a second, I don't know.
I don't have a cabinet card with me because they're too big to fit into here. So there are little card photographs, but that's earlier. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's 1860s. But they were still they were small ones like this, and then there were big ones that were, I don't think I had one, like this.
Okay. So that's the kind of photo that...
Yeah. Also, this is, I think, a larger photo. It just looks larger. I mean, even though I've blown it up. And it should have a photographer's name either on the bottom or on the back.
Okay.
It should. Not necessarily 100%, but it's possible.
Okay. Now, just from looking at the suit or this kind of suit, would you be able to deduce, what social class
he's a teacher?
Yes.
So he is dressed as a professional class.
Right.
He would have had to wear this type of attire. He's not dressed like a laborer.
Okay.
That would be different.
Sure.
He would be a respected member of the community as a teacher.
Sure. Okay.
What's your other photo?
The other photo is his wife, also from the Santiago region, also born around the 1860s, but died in the 1950s, mid to late 1950s. She died later in age. When she died, she was in her 80s. I don't know when.
Very interesting. So this... I've never seen this pattern in fabric before, but then again, we're talking about another country.
Sure.
But styles in different countries mimic what's here, because all fashion starts in Paris and comes this way, or goes that way. So people in cities tend to dress more contemporary fashion than people in other places, like in rural places. So the design of this dress with what appears to be, so she's got a yoke to this dress, like a piece of fabric that comes down like this over her shoulders. Do you see that?
Oh, okay.
It's like a collar, like a big extended collar.
Yes.
So that tells me that this is somewhere around, it looks to be somewhere around World War I. It could be, can't see how long the dress is. So she would be in her late 50s. She looks pretty good. I would put this maybe even, it's definitely in the World War I period. So somewhere between like 1915 and like 1920, something like that.
Okay.
Beautiful dress. Maybe she made it. It's maybe not, because what's interesting is, do you notice how short her sleeve is? Is it supposed to be a 3/4 sleeve, or is it supposed to be a full-length sleeve? And she has long arms. It's hard to know, but it is a lovely, very light fabric dress.